Good morning, everybody. I was doing my normal walk through the cages first thing in the morning, and I saw that Ivy, she had laid her eggs yesterday, but she hadn't abandoned the lay box yet, and she is back in her hide, so I blocked it off, and I'm gonna dig up her eggs now. So if we come down the hallway to her enclosure, she went in her hide box, and I have a 2x12 that I block across the entrance with the cinder block. That works with the smaller females. The larger ones I have to like lean another cinder block up against that one at an angle to really hold the pressure. See how dirty her water is from her rinsing off from getting all the dirt off of her. And of course, I naturally already started this because filming isn't in my nature. So it's not the first thing I think about. I had to stop myself and go get the camera. So what I'll do is I'll probably put you guys on time lapse, and then once I get to the eggs, we'll go back to real time. Okay, we found out where the nest is at, or where the eggs are in the box. I keep scraping around with that giant ice cream scoop. I think it's for gardening from Home Depot, but it seems to work well. It doesn't have a sharp edge. And the eggs are actually quite tough. They're pretty leathery. And this, again, I'm using that ZooMed habitat heater for this lay box, and it's doing an amazing job. There's a tremendous amount of warmth coming off of that, and I can feel the warmth all the way over to here, and it's tapering off. So this animal is able to pick the right temperature for her eggs to have success. And this is, like I think I mentioned in a video before, that they were picking pretty far away. They were putting the eggs by about halfway to almost all the way from it during the summer. But now here we are in Florida winter, which isn't really that cold. But the eggs are right up next to the mat, right up next to it. You kind of have to scratch at the earth almost like an archaeologist. Once I pull the first egg, it gets quite a bit easier to get them, because it creates a little airspace. Oof. Yeah, there's our little pocket there. All right. Pete is assisting me this morning. Hey, Pete. Petey. He's helping out. All right. Close that just in case, she's still blocked off in there. Sometimes I'll see the females get all stressed out that they know I'm raiding their nest, but she seems to be doing fine. Seems to be. Okay, let's count them out. There's one beautiful egg. 2. Looks like a decent clutch. I think she had a really nice sized clutch last time. 3. 4. So far they feel all good. 5. Now, quite a few in there. 6. Oh, sorry, I'm swinging the camera around. 7. Now, I'm not an expert at this, but I know you're supposed to keep them right side up. And when you see an egg like that that's almost standing on end, all I can do is just pick the end that was closest to it standing up. And we're already at 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's a bit more of a chamber. Nope, no more eggs. So 12 eggs, and she put them right there in that corner by the heat mat. So there's the eggs. And I'm going to dig the rest of this up quickly, because you never know if they started digging a hole and put 2 eggs somewhere else. I've definitely found that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the eggs out of the way and dig the rest of this up, like move it to the other side relatively quick, just to make sure there's no more eggs. If I find them, obviously I'm gonna show you. And then we're gonna get these over to Kenan's house in the incubator. All right, one last thing before I finish. Just showing that I put everything back for her. All the dirt's back in the box. You can see about where it started. I think before next time she lays, I may add another 5 or 10 gallons of substrate in there, or dirt in there. She seems to be happy. This is the second clutch she put in the ground. I just unplugged the heat pad. Gonna get this lid back on, and then we're gonna let her go. See if I can do this one-handed. Okay, that's all together. And we're gonna need this for Pinky next. She is, I think I made a post a couple days ago. Let's see, is she right there? Huh? And she's already eaten since she laid, so not too worried about that. While we're here, why don't we go glance at Pinky and see what she's doing. She is digging like crazy, and she's already off food. I thought she would have laid a couple days ago, and she's still in there. Don't know if you can see. Oh no, she did lay. So she is now just guarding the nest. So she will probably abandon the nest when she's comfortable, maybe later today, and then I'll get to dig her eggs up. So exciting day. Lots going on. Maybe, no, I'll bring Ivy's to Kenan's first, because I also have an egg from the albino that I'm gonna throw in there with those and just see what happens. All right, I'll see you shortly. And again, I said we were going right over to Kenan's, but I'm forgetting steps. I'm not used to this filming thing, and we'll get used to it. I'm gonna clean the eggs off first. Get some of the soil off, just in case there's something in the soil there. I'm gonna knock off most everything, most of the soil, and I'm not making them sparkling clean, but I'm gonna get most of it off of there. So it'll look about like that. It's fine with me. It's worked so far. So we're gonna clean, what did we say we had? 12 eggs? I think that's the exact number she gave us last time, but we can check when we're at Kenan's house. And I also need to put a label, because I know I have some batches of eggs cooking over there that were never dated, never labeled, so I don't know when they're hatching or what's hatching. It'll be a surprise. So I'm gonna get all these guys clean. And what we're gonna do is I dug up the 6 albino eggs, and one of them was nice and plump. Now again, she wasn't with the male, so they're not fertilized, but water monitors can produce eggs that will go through parthenogenesis, where they're basically self-fertilized. The female can produce a fertilized egg without a male. So if you get a good egg from a female and you don't have a male, it's still worth incubating, just in case. It can hatch out. It's not super common, but we're throwing other eggs in the incubator, so why not? That one's a little dimpled, but I think they'll plump up. I think it's just because they were all laid on top of each other. I still feel good. I'm no expert, but I would consider that a good sign that the female is happy, that all of the eggs produced on the follicles all look happy and plump and white and full. You know, sometimes they put out so many good eggs and then slugs, which I would think that the follicles produce those eggs, and for whatever reason they didn't get fertilized, or they didn't have the nutrients to form them all the way. So there's some eggs that will be laid that are half shrunken. You can see, if you look at the video from the albino, you'll see that 5 of the eggs they look like raisins. I mean, they're not black or dark brown like raisins, but they're shriveled up and half the size of a full egg. But every one of these eggs looks good. I would say that's a good sign that she's happy. And so Ivy was with Bumble Bee. Bumble Bee is het for black dragon, and I honestly don't know what Ivy is. If someone knows, please tell me. I got her from Edward Waldrop with Aqua, a large male, and she's got a great personality. But I don't think Bumblebee is the ideal pairing. I think that next time around, my albino is big enough. Maybe that male. Maybe my guru male. Throw out some babies with some more striking markings or something like that. So we'll have to think about it next time around, what male is the most ideal for her. Alright, so those are the 12 eggs that are hers. And then I've got one more to rinse. And that's going to be the albino's egg. And I put, with permanent marker, an A on it. So obviously if this egg fails right away, Kenan can separate it from the other eggs. These eggs should get a tray where none of them are touching. I think I have extra trays at Kenan's. I need these last 2 for pinkies, I think. So we'll see what happens. I believe I have some empty ones there. So there's all the eggs, and then the one with the A up top for the albino. We'll see what happens. Oh, and while we're here, this is my bar area. Excuse the bright sun in that corner. I built this area to, we have TVs on the wall for entertaining. pretty cool at night, all lit up and everything. This is where I usually hang out in the evenings. All right, off to Kenan's. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.